Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Lincoln Memorial University Soccer Complex for today's soccer doubleheader between the Wolves of Newberry University and your 2013 Lincoln Memorial University Lady Railsplitter and Railsplitter soccer teams. Beautiful afternoon here on the campus of LMU in East Tennessee. Temperatures right now in the upper 60s to lower 70s. Beautifully sunny skies and great conditions for a fall soccer afternoon here on the LMU campus. Both of these teams come into today's match really doing quite well in the early season. In fact, the Lady Railsplitters 2-1-1 on the year and 1-0 in South Atlantic Conference play after defeating Coker University last Saturday on the road in Hartsville, South Carolina. The Newberry Wolves also doing well, 3-1, lost their first match this past week to Belmont Abbey, but they are 1-0 in South Atlantic Conference play, having defeated the Lions of Mars Hill College. So pretty good start for both of the clubs. And according to the pregame notes that we have here, the Lady Railsplitters are returning to the field for the first time since handing Coker that 5-0 thumping in Hartsville. That was this past weekend, as we said. Olivia Thompson tallied a pair of goals, while Michelle Hunter added a goal and an assist to pace the offensive explosion. Junior Nicole McKinney has notched a point in 3 of 4 matches this season with a goal in the last 2. She kicked off the season with a pair of assists in the win over Asbury, and McKinney currently leads the team in assists and ranks second in goals scored. Newberry comes into today's match with a 2-1 loss to Belmont Abbey on Wednesday. The Wolves have only allowed 2 goals this season and posted 3 straight shutouts to open the 2013 campaign. Now, what does it all mean? Well, you know, the Lady Railsplitters have had a problem scoring in the past, although this year it seems that they're having a little better offensive production than they have last season. But, you know, when you're talking about Newberry only allowing a couple of goals this year, obviously that's going to be offense versus defense. And so Helio Dana and his Lady Railsplitters are going to have to be on point today if they're to come out here and come away with a win over the Wolves. Both teams vying for these early South Atlantic Conference wins. You know, if you're at home, it's a must-win situation. You got to defend the home field, go out on the road, steal a few wins, and that's just what the Lady Railsplitters did last weekend against Coker. Now, Newberry's a team that had to travel about 6 hours to get here. Typically, the travel throughout the South Atlantic Conference, very similar to that of the Gulf South Conference. Teams don't particularly travel well, and for Helio Dana and his Lady Railsplitters, they're hoping that the same stands today for the Newberry Wolves as they come here to the LMU Soccer Complex. First of 2 matches today here between Lincoln Memorial and Newberry. Obviously, we'll have the Railsplitters coming up next. They're slated for a 3:30 start, and both of these matches were originally to have been played yesterday, but were postponed due to inclement weather. I think that had they known that it was just going to be rain, they probably would have played them yesterday, but there were some thunderstorms forecast for the tri-state area. Depending upon where you live throughout the tri-states, you may or may not have received those thunderstorms, but a lot of rain yesterday, and certainly it would have made for very sloppy playing conditions. Field looks in great shape today. Beautiful day for soccer. We're going to take a timeout. When we come back, we'll run down the starting lineups. You're on the Lincoln Memorial University Sports Network.
Looking for efficient, compassionate, and comprehensive health care for you and your family? Visit University Medical Clinic. All providers are faculty members of LMU's DeBusk College of Osteopathic Medicine and are board certified in their specialty. Multiple specialties available, including family medicine, pediatrics, OBGYN, and osteopathic manipulative medicine, with locations in Harrogate, Tazewell, and New Tazewell, and most insurance plans accepted. University Medical Clinic is here to serve you. Call 423-869-7193 for an appointment. University Medical Clinic.
It's the Old Town Grill.
The Old Town Grill is a special place where you bring more than family, more than friends. Bring a hearty appetite, because at the Old Town Grill, you'll never walk away hungry. A delicious change from the ordinary. The perfect place to bring the entire family. The best food and plenty of it. Join the fun and treat your appetite to something special.
It's the OTG.
The OTG is the place to be.
No matter whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, Subway of Harrogate and Middlesboro has your fresh interests at heart. On your way to work, try one of our mouth-watering breakfast sandwich or flatbread omelets. If it's lunch or dinner time, choose from our wide selection of classic, select, or premium sandwiches, all made to your order. If you're serving a crowd, Subway has sandwich platters, giant subs, box lunches, and even cookie platters. Whether it's dine in or carry out, you can eat healthy and eat fresh at Subway. Subway, 362 Catawba Avenue in Harrogate and on the corner of the Village Square Mall, Middlesboro.
At Farm Bureau Insurance, you can manage your auto, home, and life policies any way you want. If you like the internet, get a quote and file claims online at FBITN.com. If you like to take care of your business over the phone, give us a call. If you like to email, send us a message, and we'll take care of you that way. But if you like an old-fashioned smile and handshake at the door, come down to the local office.
Since 1973, DeRoyal has been a leader and an innovator in manufacturing products for the healthcare industry. DeRoyal supplies more than 20,000 products and product lines such as acute care, orthopedics, wound care, and trauma. DeRoyal is proud to be the largest supplier of orthopedic soft goods to clinics and hospitals in the nation. Since its start in Tazewell, Tennessee, DeRoyal has grown to open factories in over 29 locations worldwide and employs over 2,000 people. DeRoyal, a name you can trust and an employer you can count on. For great food, fun, and entertainment, visit the Oasis on Highway 25E in Harrogate, Tennessee, with a new drive-thru to better serve you. At the Oasis, you can enjoy a great lunch buffet or order from the great menu that the tri-state area has grown to love. Pizza, salad bar, and a tasty sandwich from the deli. And don't forget your favorite beverages. Check out the live music each week at the Oasis, where regional and local bands strut their stuff to a packed house. Or stop by and catch the big race on the big screen. All roads lead to the Oasis, 6341 Cumberland Gap Parkway in Harrogate, Tennessee. Phone in your order, 423-869-8000.
Make K&K Metal Sales your only stop for all your residential and commercial metal building needs. For the past 23 years, K&K Metal Sales has covered the tri-state area with quality custom roofing and siding with many grades, gauges, and colors in stock. If you're looking for complete steel or wood building packages or steel or wood trusses, K&K Metal Sales can help with that, as well as heavy-duty custom carports. Great folks and great prices. Stop by K&K Metal Sales located at 6986 Cumberland Gap Parkway or call 423-869-4261.
Juggling my family schedule is a full-time job. Between school, dance practice, work, there's little time left to worry about much else. That's why I use real-time banking from Home Federal Bank. With real-time banking, I know that when I make a deposit, the money goes straight to my account. No delays, no waiting, no wondering. And I get to focus on what's important.
Real-time deposits, real-time access, real-time banking. From Home Federal Bank, always within reach.
Nestled at the foot of the Cumberland Gap, Lincoln Memorial University honors the vision and spirit of Abraham Lincoln. Lincoln's values are perfectly in sync with the modern educational experience at LMU. Our students find personal attention is a way of life and a way to success. If Lincoln Memorial University fits your vision of college, visit our website at lmunet.edu for more information.
Looking for efficient, compassionate, and comprehensive health care for you and your family? Visit University Medical Clinic. All providers are faculty members of LMU's DeBusk College of Osteopathic Medicine and are board certified in their specialty. Multiple specialties available including family medicine, pediatrics, OBGYN, and osteopathic manipulative medicine, with locations in Harrogate, Tazewell, and New Tazewell, and most insurance plans accepted. University Medical Clinic is here to serve you. Call 423-869-7193 for an appointment. University Medical Clinic.
Welcome back to the Lincoln Memorial University Soccer Complex. Let's run down your starting lineup now. First of all, for the Wolves from Newberry, in the net it'll be Rebecca Darley, a sophomore 5'6" from Walcott, Connecticut. At the defensive midfield position, Elise Sanchez, 5'6" junior from Tunja, California. Sabrina Seraphin at midfield, 5'2" and a junior from Northridge, California. Braden Miller, a forward and midfielder, 5'4", a junior from Lyman, South Carolina. Brianna Narano, a 5'7" junior out of Oxnard, California. At forward position, 5'6" and a junior from Rolleston, Canterbury, New Zealand. That'll be Gabrielle Brody. At the midfield defender position, 5'3" and a senior from Charleston, South Carolina, Lauren Singleton. Sarah Sager starts at midfield, 5'2" junior from Saugus, California. Lindsay Huber at midfield and forward, a 5'7" freshman from Selden, New York. Amber Sanchez at forward and midfield, 5'6" and a junior from California. And then Rachel Jonas, a defender, 5'6" and a junior out of Camarillo, California. Lady Railsplitters starting lineup looks like this. At the goalkeeper position, 5'11" sophomore out of Keller, Texas, Kayla Stevens. At midfield and defender, Lauren Dussold, a 5'6" sophomore out of Loveland, Ohio. Krista Holka starts at defender, 5'7" and a sophomore from Harrison Township, Michigan. At the midfield defender position, 5'3" and a junior from Little Rock, Arkansas, it's Kristen Cook. Brittany Jenkins starts at midfield, 5'8" and a junior from Alpharetta, Georgia. Michelle Hunter at forward, 5'9" and a freshman from Ontario, Canada. Michelle Allen at midfield, 5'6", and a redshirt senior from Cove, Utah. Also, Josephine Hedstrom, a 5'8" sophomore out of the country of Sweden. Nicole McKinney starts at midfield and forward, a 5'4" junior from Ottawa, Tennessee. Teresa Doyle at midfield and defender, 5'4", and a junior from Severn, Maryland. And then Sam Adams starts at midfield defender, a 5'8" senior out of Harwood, Maryland. We're underway here in Harrogate as the Lady Railsplitters and the Wolves square off for this South Atlantic Conference home opener for the Lady Railsplitters. LMU, of course, wearing the home white top uniforms with the blue bottoms. Newberry all in red today. This is a defense versus offensive struggle for the Lady Railsplitters. Here's LMU on a run up the far sideline. Lady Railsplitters still don't have their shape quite right away. And basically a turnover now. The Newberry numbers are very hard to identify this afternoon. The white numbers not very large on that red background. Nonetheless, we'll do the best we can. Here's Hedstrom from the near side. Plays it back over to the near sideline. That's McKinney, I believe. And now back across the grain. Ball taken away near the midfield. Battling hard for Lincoln Memorial is Hedstrom, and she'll play it into the backfield. This is Sam Adams. Ball up the near sideline. Picked up now by Dussault, and now up to McKinney. Lady Railsplitters on a 3-3 break. Nice ball up this time to Hunter. Hunter from the left side. Hard tackle in the box. LMU crowd thought it was a little unjust. Nonetheless, it'll be a corner kick for Lincoln Memorial as the Lady Railsplitter player took a hard spill that time. I believe it was Hunter, and so the corner kick will come from the near side of the field. Teams getting their position in the box now as the corner kick gets ready to take off. There it is. Nice ball into the box. And that one gets through and out the other side. That should be a goal kick for Newberry. And we are just underway here in Harrogate. In fact, almost 2 minutes in, Lincoln Memorial and Newberry University in this South Atlantic Conference matchup here on this late September day in Harrogate, Tennessee. Glad to have you with us today. Rusty Peace with your play-by-play for Lincoln Memorial University Lady Railsplitters Soccer. Doyle with a header at midfield on the challenge. And now here's LMU pressing hard in the Newberry box. Sam Adams down the middle has it taken away. On the break now for Newberry, it's Sarah Sager. And again, LMU keeps it on the Newberry side of the midfield area. Lady Railsplitters really making it hard for the Wolves to get it across midfield. Dussault plays it to the near sideline. There's McKinney again. Back to Dussault. Across the grain, the switch to the other side, and I believe that is Cook over there for Lincoln Memorial. Plays it toward the middle of the field, and that's going to be Doyle. Doyle making the start today. Hedstrom plays it back. Nice little flick by Hedstrom. Dussault turns it over that time as Newberry comes up with it at midfield. Nice run down the middle, 1v1. And a dangerous, dangerous situation for Lincoln Memorial right there as you had one defender and the keeper between the opening score of the match for Newberry. Headed toward the box, keeper's there, and a nice shown of composure by Kayla Stevens, who stepped right into it and took the ball. Dussault turns it over again. Now on the break up the field, it's Braden Miller, and she is fouled by one of the Lincoln Memorial players, and that'll be a Newberry ball. A lot of sunshine today. Beautiful afternoon. We had very cool conditions the last match and kind of cloudy skies for the most part till the late afternoon. And a little bit of rain, that's right. Allen steals it at midfield, and LMU turns it back over. Here's Lindsey Huber. Plays it into the backfield, now taken away by LMU. Both teams kind of jostling for position right now. Now for Lincoln Memorial, it's Doyle. Up to Allen. Over to Hedstrom. Nice ball up to McKinney on the left side. McKinney with the angle, plays it right into the keeper's feet, or rather the player's feet, the defender's feet, and she takes it away. Elise Sanchez up the near side. Stolen it back again by Doyle. Up to McKinney. Plays it back to Dussault. Over to Doyle. At midfield, it's Jenkins. Plays it to the far sideline. That was Kristen Cook over there, and LMU trying to get their shape. Unlucky break for the Lady Railsplitters. They were doing a nice job of working the ball around, but unfortunately turned it over. .39-30 remaining here in this first half of play. Game one of our doubleheader this afternoon. Newberry really doesn't have a lot of room for error. They've only got about 6 substitutions on the bench over there, so they've got to be really fit coming into today's match. If LMU decides to try to run them as hard as they can, it could get ugly for Newberry. Right now, the Wolves pressuring at the 18. LMU forces the turnover. Ball sent up toward midfield. Now back over to Cook on the far sideline, and she can't get it in time. That'll be Newberry possession. Throw in from the far sideline. LMU again pressing very hard. And it comes out off of the Lady Railsplitter defender's leg. That would be, I believe, Michelle Hunter that touched it last. Throw in again for the Wolves. Ball into the box, cleared out of there by Dussault. And out off the far sideline. Well, we knew that Newberry has a very strong defense coming in, having only allowed a couple of goals this season. And that LMU sometimes struggles to score, but right now it's been Newberry pressure on the LMU end. LMU started off very strong on the offensive attack and took it across the midfield area and made it very hard for Newberry to get there, but then since that point, it's kind of stuck down on that other end of the field. Wolves trying to find a seam here. Ball played over to the near sideline. That's going to be Braden Miller. Miller gets around the defender, tries to split, but there's Doyle defensively who takes it away. Now chiseled back by the Wolves. Dussault plays it up the field. Rachel Jonas for Newberry. Taken back by Dussault. Up to McKinney. Nice footwork by McKinney. Doyle plays it back to Dussault. Dussault right down the seam. Knocked away by Allen. Nice lead for the backfield as that's LMU Sam Adams that plays it over to Dussault. Over to McKinney on the near sideline. Nice to Dussault. Hedstrom has it taken away. Nice hard tackle by Hedstrom. Actually, Michelle Allen, I beg your pardon. Michelle Hunter, still get it. It's hard to see the numbers sometimes, and I have the worst problem with it. Beg your pardon. Throw in for McKinney. There's Hedstrom. Down on the end line. And that ball is going to be called out of play as that'll be a goal kick for Newberry. A pretty good start for both teams in terms of their intensity. And as usual, it's going to be one of those situations where you get a break, and whether you capitalize on it or not depends on how well you take advantage of that opportunity. Newberry showing the ball skills here in midfield. Hedstrom knocks it back. That's Cook that plays it up in the air. One on the challenge by Sager. Now Moreno has it knocked out. I'm not sure if Dussault touched it last. In fact, she did not. That's going to be last touched by Sager of Newberry. Throw in by Dusel. McKinney with the flick, missed it. Ball sent toward the box by Braden Miller. Here's Doyle, who really took a shot and went to the turf after heading that ball forward. No call by the official. LMU player went down for a minute. I think that's Michelle Allen. And she is trying to shake out the cobwebs, and now they're going to call a foul on Newberry. Allen's still trying to bring herself together there. I'm not really sure exactly what happened, but she was down for a moment and got up very slowly. 34-30 remaining in the first half. We're still scoreless. LMU with the kick. That ball back toward midfield. This is Brittany Jenkins for Lincoln Memorial as she plays it back to Holka. Now it's Adams. Over to Cook. Back to Adams once again. And up to Hedstrom. Into the backfield. Holka. Over to Dusel. Dusel with the run across midfield, taken now by LMU's Michelle Hunter. Played back to Dusel. Ball up the near sideline intended for Hunter. I don't know that she's going to have the legs to get there either before the defender or goes out of bounds. And that'll be a goal kick for the Wolves with 33-34 on the clock. LMU ready to challenge near the midfield area. Here's the goal kick. It's going to be short. Taken on the header by Jenkins, and that's going to be headed out of play. Throw in from the near sideline. And Dusel heads it out of play. That ball intended for Sabrina Seraphin. And Seraphin, I think, missed it. I don't think she intended to leave that. Dusel plays it back toward the middle. This is Hedstrom across midfield. Plays the ball up to McKinney, who's in a foot race to get there. Look at the speed from Elise Sanchez to get back there and make the defensive play. Braden Miller back up toward midfield. That's Adams that sends it back toward the Newberry box. Played up to Seraphin. Cross midfield now. Narano. And Narano in a foot race with Dusel. Nice job by Dusel to at least stand her up and force her out of play. Throw in toward the box. Ball played toward midfield. This is Hunter. Hunter being double teamed a bit right here. Plays it back to McKinney. Nice idea by McKinney. Nice tackle as well. Or joust in that particular case would be the term in volleyball. Adams stops it from going toward the box. Here's Adams up the near sideline. McKinney trying to get there, but it's taken by Miller. Now Sager toward the box. Cook goes up. Header being battled for. Cook clears it. Up to Doyle. Newberry on an attack here. That ball played out again. Nice job by Dusel to knock it away and let LMU get set defensively. We are in the 15th minute of this match, and we are still scoreless. Throw in toward the box. And wisely, LMU lets it go out of play. That's Krista Holka who made the decision, and so it'll be a goal kick for Lincoln Memorial. That'll be Kayla Stevens, the keeper, the sophomore out of Keller, Texas, that'll take the goal kick. played up towards midfield. McKinney battling with Newberry's Braden Miller, and I think Miller touched it last. That'll be a throw-in for Lincoln Memorial. Lauren Dusold will do the honors. Throw intended for Hedstrom. Strong run again by Newberry. Dusold plays it away. Now Adams upfield. Hunter, header across toward the deep Newberry end of the field. Just nobody there to help out for Lincoln Memorial. Ball played out of bounds by Lincoln Memorial's Brittany Jenkins. So a throw in for the Wolves. This will be Braden Miller that puts it into play. Throw in across the midline. Now Miller plays it long toward the top of the 18. And that ball headed the wrong direction. Cook trying to get there. Plays it off the Newberry defender. That'll go out of play, and that'll be Lincoln Memorial throw in. We've had a lot of response from our broadcasts over the last couple of matches. While we've only done one women's and one men's match, we have received some positive feedback. John Williams, former Railsplitter from back in the 2007 Lincoln Memorial University National Championship team, watching the men's match with Montevallo the other night. We appreciate him checking us out and hope that you enjoy what you see. The team still jostling for the ball here. There's Doyle. She came in against Asbury in the opener, and I tell you, she was really a spark plug off the bench. Very surprised that she didn't play more and didn't even start in that match, but she certainly worked her way into the starting lineup now. Newberry on a run. Ball toward the box, and looked like Brianna Narano could not get there. Had a little bit too much on it. So another goal kick from Lincoln Memorial. That'll be Kayla Stevens. Here's Doyle from midfield. Over to Hedstrom. Hedstrom plays it up toward McKinney. McKinney looking for options on the opposite side of the field, and I heard some groans from the crowd. Ball played back over to the near sideline. Dusold reels it in. Plays it back to Hedstrom. Ball for Dusold. And just a little bit out of reach. But LMU will get a break on the throw-in. Here's McKinney, shakes the defender, plays one toward the box. From the near corner, Hunter out to Dusold, cross, and an offside call on Lincoln Memorial, as I believe that was Michelle Allen that had stepped up in the box a little too quickly. So a substitution ready to check in now for the Wolves at midfield. Not sure if the officials have seen that yet, but they do have a substitution ready to check in opposite side of the field. Adams plays it over to Cook. Now up and across the midfield to Doyle. Doyle turns, carries the space. Over to Hedstrom. The extra pass to McKinney. Cross into the box. It's going to be a little bit long. Nobody up that far, and so the keeper comes out and grabs it. Cook trying to go for the steal right there. Knocked it away momentarily. Michelle Allen going for the tackle over there. Knocked it out of play, and that'll get the substitutions in for Newberry. As we have 24:42 remaining here in the first half, and we are still scoreless. Here's Cook carrying the space up the far sideline. Nice run by Cook. Somebody's got to support her. Ball picked off at the top of the box, and now it'll go back to Newberry.
I played for 5 minutes. I had to keep the legs closed. You didn't listen.
Long pause in the action here as we have had just a defensive struggle throughout the first half of play. Ball played toward the box again. Header by Newberry is going to ride toward the end line. They'll not be able to get to it in time, and that'll be a corner kick for Lincoln Memorial. So will be a corner kick. Cannot see who's taking it from this distance. Bending toward the goal and just misses, bending in. That ball pretty well rode through untouched. Actually, somebody from Newberry must have got a piece of it. Maybe the keeper with the outstretched hands. But that ball very close to bending in with the wind. Wind really blowing. You can hear it in the crowd mic out there. A corner kick for Lincoln Memorial. Looks like maybe McKinney that's going to take it. Ball on its way. Again, bending hard. Header toward the goal. And that ball, that shot, if you will, high. I believe that was probably Brittany Jenkins that hit it. Could have been Michelle Allen, but I don't think so. I think it was actually, might have been Michelle Hunter even. 22:10 remaining, first half of play. Substitution came in for Lincoln Memorial. Christina Joseph in there, a 5'6" freshman from Sebastian, Florida. Also Olivia Thompson, a 5'8" sophomore from Melbourne, Florida in the lineup. Rachel Vanneau also into the lineup, 5'4" junior from Woodstock, Georgia. It's tough to see the substitutions when you're on the opposite side of the field. Played up to Thompson. Thompson has it taken away in the deep corner. And that ball is going to go out of play, throw in LMU. Only one shot on goal. That was by Newberry early. Very physical Newberry team, as you can see. We've seen some hard checks early. Ball played in the box to Hunter and kicked over toward the far sideline. LMU will pick it up and have a throw in. Here's Joseph. And knocked out this time, last touched by LMU. So another tough break for the Lady Railsplitters as they handed on the Newberry end. It looked like they were going to try to lock it in. Couldn't get it done. .35 remaining in the first half. Newberry trying to get out of its backfield here. This is Sager, and she has it taken away by Thompson. middle of the field. This is Nagy. And again, taken back by the Wolves. Stolen by Kiernan. Unlucky break on that play from the defensive backfield. We are officially 25 minutes into this match. Coming up next, a little bit later on this afternoon, you'll have the LMU men versus Newberry. That's scheduled for about a half hour past this completion. Here's Kiernan. Up the far sideline, foot race now for LMU's Michelle Hunter. Joseph approaching the corner, sends one in the box, played out. Headed over towards LMU's Nagy. Shot towards the box, hits the side post. Unbelievable effort that time, just oh so close. And LMU fans like the effort. 19 minutes to go here in the first half of play. That's one of those where I personally feel like should be counted as a shot on goal. It's awful close. Keeper did not touch it before it went off the end line, however, so it did not have a chance of going in there because it went the other side of the post. 4 inches the other way, and that could have been a different story. Foul at midfield. That's going to be on the Wolves. LMU looking to capitalize here, trying to lock it in. Ball played toward the box. Header towards the right side, and it's in there! Lincoln Memorial takes a 1-0 lead on the header by Christina Joseph, I believe. I'm not sure. I can't say that it was Joseph for sure. Somebody got a head on it. Hard to really tell. I think it was either Joseph or quite possibly Kiernan. We'll have to check. Who got that goal?
LMU
Hunter.
goal for number 8,
Michelle Hunter, apparently.
Hunter. The assist goes to number 26, Marissa Kernan.
So 1-0 Lincoln Memorial now as we're in the late minutes of the first half. Throw into McKinney. And goes out of play. Long throw in up the field, taken by Lincoln Memorial. Played deep. Hunter trying to get there. And that'll be a throw in for the Wolves. LMU just kept chipping away at that Newberry defensive effort down there in the box. And just as I said a minute ago, that shot to the side post, 4 inches to the left, and that would have been in. This one, the header, found its mark. From the far side, here's Miller. Across midfield, playing it deep now up to Noreno. And a holding foul called on Lincoln Memorial, as that might have been on Holka. It's hard to really say. In fact, it was on Holka. Well, that's right at the corner of the box, far side of the field, and LMU's really going to have to be on their game defensively right here. One nothing Lady Railsplitters. Long pause here by Newberry and getting set for this offensive effort. A two-person wall right there in front of the ball. Just trying to make things a little more difficult. And now the official is going to step over there and back them off a bit. Ball toward the box. And LMU in the right spot there as they managed to clear it out. And finally, Newberry got a little bit too quick in their efforts after the fact and kicked it out off the inline. So a goal kick for Lincoln Memorial as the Lady Railsplitters try to hold or add to this 1-0 lead, and we approach the end of the first half. Good crowd on hand here today. Goal kick on its way, very short. It was Vano battling for it. Now McKinney comes up with it on the near sideline. Nice move by McKinney. Ball played up to Hunter. Nothing but red jerseys there, however. Back toward midfield. Vano brings it down. Has it knocked away. Stolen back by McKinney.
I'm eating it.
McKinney hit from behind, no call.
I was standing outside.
Here's Vano.
You guys wouldn't let me in the room.
McKinney catches the rebound and then is called for the foul as she kicked the leg out from under the Newberry defender.
Yeah, because I was sitting in the living room. I was like, I'll just wait for them to finish. Then I could hear you guys, so I was like, I'm going to stand outside.
Gabrielle Brody.
Good for it. I know you did. But it's
Throw in now for the Wolves. This will be Janie Rice to throw it in for Newberry. Throws it into the corner of the box. Vano got a head on it. Joseph chips it out. Long ball up the near sideline. Nobody there, so Newberry's got time to get to it. A couple of different options there. Sanchez tries to carry the space up the near sideline. Nice job by Hunter. And I believe Hunter touched it last as it goes out of play. Joseph showing the skills. Ball played across midfield by Adams. And that is Olivia Thompson trying to get to it. And they throw in for Lincoln Memorial. Kiernan toward the box. Keeper right there to gobble it up. LMU's had some shot opportunities. Mostly here in the late minutes of the first half. 13 minutes to play in the first stanza. Huber across midfield, nothing but white jerseys. This will be Holka to take it. Gives it far sideline. Long ball up and denied as it comes back across midfield. High punt for the Lady Railsplitters. Carries across midfield. It's Miller that takes it now for Newberry. Plays it across the midline, and that'll go out of play back to Lincoln Memorial on the throw-in. Lady Railsplitters and Wolves trying to move to 2-0 in conference play. One team will leave here with a defeat or a tie today, or actually two teams could leave with a tie if it came down to that. Hopefully it will not. I'd like to see them do away with that rule in college soccer. I'd like to see, and not that they need to play until the tie's broken, but if it has to go to penalty kicks, then they just need to decide a winner. Joseph backs out on the far sideline. And Newberry knocks it out. Wind blowing toward the Newberry goal, actually, so it is somewhat of an advantage for LMU offensively here in the first half. We saw that corner kick from the far side bend almost in the frame just a few minutes ago. Right toward the post again, knocked out by the keeper off the inline, so a keeper's save by Rebecca Darley. And LMU will have that corner kick from the far corner again. And you feel almost certain that if Eliodana can put somebody over there with a that's a natural lefty, you got a pretty good chance of bending that one in. It's going to be Marissa Kiernan. She is a right-footed delivery, though. Ball headed toward the ball. Looked like a handball in the box by Newberry that was not called. Vano rips one towards the right post, and it falls right into the keeper's arms. Ball rolls out of play again. That'll be Lincoln Memorial possession. LMU doing a nice job of staying on the offensive attack here in the last few minutes and keeping it on the Newberry end of the field. Throw in down the far line. That's knocked out again by the Wolves, and that'll be LMU ball. If you notice, Dana came in with quite a few substitutions there a short time ago, keeping those fresh legs in there so that he could keep that offensive pressure up and the defensive effort as equally strong. And it has seemed to take its effect on this Newberry team here in the late minutes of the first half. Dussault heads it across midfield. Joseph battling now near the midline. Wins the battle. Plays the ball up the far side. This is Thompson trying to get there. And it's kicked toward the far sideline by Newberry's Elise Sanchez. LMU player taken down in the box, and there was a punch by the Newberry player. And LMU retaliating a little bit. I think that was Michelle Hunter that had a spike for her if she had stuck her face down there again. They got tied up. One took the other one to the ground. Hard to really tell whose fault it was, but tempers flaring nonetheless. And now the linesman calls the referee over to the near line, and this may be a conversation of exactly what just took place.
Is that Chip?
Newberry started.
Is that Chip?
Yeah, that's it.
Good, Chip!
See exactly what the decision here is. And I don't know that the referee from the middle. There's going to be a card assessed, I believe, but I can't swear to that. I don't think the referee may have called for help, but certainly you would think in that particular case the linesman from the far side would have been closer.
Keep on red.
That's a good color.
Referee trotting down to the Newberry end, and a yellow card assessed to Newberry. I'm sure that's for the punch that was taken, and I believe that's to Rachel Jonas, although I can't say for sure. I believe it is Rachel Jonas. And a yellow card assessed to Lincoln Memorial, and that's going to be to Michelle Hunter, so that was probably for the retaliation of the spike to the air. And now the referee trotting right back toward midfield. And what are we going to have here? We're going to have a drop or what? Well, somehow Newberry's going to play it back into the LMU end of the field. I'm not real sure of the reasoning behind that, but obviously he had some purpose.
I was going to take one of the shower and just start
I was going to be involved.
Yeah, we're all going to get it. Oh, it's funny.
I would appreciate
Durano plays it toward the box of Lincoln Memorial. Now Joseph steals it back. Hunter getting bumped from behind. I'll tell you what, Hunter and Jonas are going to be battling the rest of the afternoon if the official doesn't get his handle on this match. Vano from the near sideline plays it through the gap. Hunter takes it at the midfield, drops back to Joseph. Joseph, far side of the field. That might have been Dussault, hard to really tell from here. Actually, now it's Holka with it. Up and across the midline to Kiernan. Over to Nagy. Knocked away, but right to Hunter, who contested at the box. Stolen away, and here's an opportunity. McKinney rips one to the right post, and it goes! Nicole McKinney sends a beautiful shot to the right post that hits the post and bounces back against the grain of the keeper. And with that, LMU goes on top 2-0 with 6:56 remaining here in the first half. Lightning striking again for the Lady Railsplitters as LMU takes a commanding 2-0 lead here as we approach the end of the first half. Don't want to get too complacent here. Keep carrying the attack right at the Wolves because we've seen them have their opportunities, and I think that LMU's offensive their offensive goals have come from their defensive effort for the most part. That wind really aiding a couple of the shots here today. Dusold, far side of the field. LMU still playing it around over there. Madison, I think Madison Rivard is in there now for Lincoln Memorial. Foul called on the Wolves as Dusold was knocked to the ground on the far sideline. .5:58 to play in the first half, 2-0 Lincoln Memorial. This will be Joseph to take the kick. Long ball up the far sideline, well across midfield. Getting there for LMU is Rivard. Ball chiseled away by the Wolves. Played to the near side of the field. Vano knocked to the floor, or to the ground, if you will, by Gabrielle Brody. Nice decision by Dusold to play it over to the far sideline and out of play. Substitution entering the lineup for Newberry. Talked to Heliodana earlier in the week about this Newberry team, and that was when they were 3-0. He felt like the teams that Newberry had played early in the season were not the strength of what Lincoln Memorial had played in the non-conference schedule. And he felt very confident about this match, but as you know, soccer is a very strange sport. It can happen in a variety of different ways. Long ball by the keeper up towards the midline. Vano challenging for the second ball. And a foul on LMU's Christina Joseph. That's the thing Heliodana said about this year's club. He felt like while they really didn't add but 4 new players to the lineup, they had more options this year offensively, and they felt like they were more experienced and deeper than they had been in the last couple of years. McKinney trying to play it up to Rivard, now over to Joseph. Joseph looking for options. Plays it across the field, intended that time for Thompson. And Newberry comes up with it. Ball to the near sideline. Here's Brody. Brody carries the space across the field. Has it chipped away by Joseph. Gets it back. Now cleared out of the LMU end of the field by Sam Adams. Thompson. Knocked down at the box. No call by the official. Looked like it was knocked from behind, but didn't look like there was any intent to play the ball there. And Thompson just took a shot, and she is down. The official really acting quickly on that. Might have knocked the wind out of her. She is down on her hands and knees, far side of the field. It did not appear to hit her in the face, but nonetheless, she was not at all prepared for it. It looked like it might have caught her in the stomach.
No, you're gonna flick my Adams on.
Again, just a reminder, coming up a little bit later on, the Lincoln Memorial University men will play their second South Atlantic Conference match of the season as they try to pick up their first victory of the year. They tied last week against Coker on the road, 2-2 after 2 overtime periods. And they will try to get the first win of the year a little bit later on today against the Wolves. Wolves still looking for their first win of the season. LMU showing sportsmanship, played the ball back to Newberry as they stopped play for the downed LMU player. Adams back across the midline and out of play.
Good job, Mac. You're doing it too fast.
McKinney. Away to Kiernan. Nice job by Newberry on the run. That's Rivard at midfield with the steal. Plays it back into the LMU backfield. Dussault across the midline. Back up to Rivard. Rivard backs off a little bit, plays it back toward midfield over to Kiernan. Over to Vinot on the near side. Vinot, a lot of space to carry. Down to McKinney. McKinney comes back toward the midfield. Cross ball at the top of the box. Cleared out of there by the Wolves. And at midfield, that is Rodriguez that reeled it down for the Wolves. 1:55 to go in the half. Steal at midfield by Vinot. Just stood her up, took it away. Joseph over to McKinney. McKinney with all kinds of time to get there. LMU just chiseling away at that defensive effort by Newberry. Here's Nagy. Far side of the field. Dussault. Less than a minute and a half to go here in the first half of play. No substitutions for either team. Ready to check into this lineup. Dussault from the angle. Plays it through the gap. Rivard out on the wide side over to Thompson. Thompson goes to the deck and now tries to shake it out. I don't know. I didn't see that. It looked like a sniper might have got her or something.
1 minute remaining.
Adams out of the backfield, looking near side for Vinot. Now decides to play it up a little bit further. McKinney is there. Back to Vinot. The two flip-flop, and LMU trying to get some shape and some options. Nice ball to the center of the field. That's Nagy. Heads it over to the far side. And that'll ride out of bounds back to Newberry with 40 seconds remaining in the half. Throw in across midfield. And that'll be Lincoln Memorial ball as we approach the end of the first 45 minutes of play. Lincoln Memorial has clearly taken control of this one in the first half here in the LMU Soccer Complex.
5,
LMU
4,
will go to the intermission leading 2-0 over the Wolves of Newberry. Almost 3-0 there as there was a nice pressure on the Newberry keeper. We're going to take a timeout. When we come back, we'll run down your halftime statistics. This is the Lincoln Memorial University Sports Network.
Looking for efficient, compassionate, and comprehensive health care for you and your family? Visit University Medical Clinic. All providers are faculty members of LMU's DeBus College of Osteopathic Medicine and are board certified in their specialty. Multiple specialties available including family medicine, pediatrics, OBGYN, and osteopathic manipulative medicine with locations in Harrogate, Tazewell, and New Tazewell, and most insurance plans accepted. University Medical Clinic is here to serve you. Call 423-869-7193 for an appointment. University Medical Clinic.
It's the Old Town Grill.
The Old Town Grill is a special place where you bring more than family, more than friends. Bring a hearty appetite, because at the Old Town Grill, you'll never walk away hungry. A delicious change from the ordinary. The perfect place to bring the entire family. The best food and plenty of it. Join the fun and treat your appetite to something special.
It's the OTG.
The OTG is the place to be.
No matter whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, Subway of Harrogate and Middlesbrough has your fresh interests at heart. On your way to work, try one of our mouth-watering breakfast sandwich or flatbread omelets. If it's lunch or dinner time, choose from our wide selection of classic, select, or premium sandwiches, all made to your order. If you're serving a crowd, Subway has sandwich platters, giant subs, box lunches, and even cookie platters. Whether it's dine in or carry out, you can eat healthy and eat fresh at Subway. Subway, 362 Catawba Avenue in Harrogate, and on the corner of the Village Square Mall, Middlesbrough.
Nestled at the foot of the Cumberland Gap, Lincoln Memorial University honors the vision and spirit of Abraham Lincoln. Lincoln's values are perfectly in sync with the modern educational experience at LMU. Our students find personal attention is a way of life and a way to success. If Lincoln Memorial University fits your vision of college, visit our website at lmunet.edu for more information.
Since 1973, DeRoyal has been a leader and an innovator in manufacturing products for the healthcare industry. DeRoyal supplies more than 20,000 products and product lines such as acute care, orthopedics, wound care, and trauma. DeRoyal is proud to be the largest supplier of orthopedic soft goods to clinics and hospitals in the nation. Since its start in Tazewell, Tennessee, DeRoyal has grown to open factories in over 29 locations worldwide and employs over 2,000 people. DeRoyal, a name you can trust and an employer you can count on. For great food, fun, and entertainment, visit the Oasis on Highway 25E in Harrogate, Tennessee with a new drive-thru to better serve you. At the Oasis, you can enjoy a great lunch buffet or order from the great menu that the tri-state area has grown to love. Pizza, salad bar, and a tasty sandwich from the deli. And don't forget your favorite beverages. Check out the live music each week at the Oasis, where regional and local bands strut their stuff to a packed house. Or stop by and catch the big race on the big screen. All roads lead to the Oasis, 6341 Cumberland Gap Parkway in Harrogate, Tennessee. Phone in your order, 423-869-8000.
First 45 minutes of play in the books here at the LMU Soccer Complex. Lady Railsplitters on top 2-0 after the first half. Let's take a look at the first half statistics. First of all, for Newberry, well, they shot the ball twice throughout the first half. One came very early on a header toward the LMU keeper, Kayla Stevens. Stevens making the play without incident. The shots were very scattered, though. Brianna Narano, one shot on goal. She had the header. Then, of course, Braden Miller, the other shot. So nothing really significant to talk about. For Lincoln Memorial, though, 8 total shots, 4 of which have been on frame. Michelle Hunter responsible for 3 of those shots. She got the goal. She had 1 shot on goal and made that happen. Nicole McKinney also 2 shots, 1 goal, 1 shot on goal. And from an assist standpoint, Marissa Kiernan, the only assist of the first half. So LMU out shooting Newberry a total of 8-2 in the first half and 2-0 in terms of the goals. Kayla Stevens with 1 save. That came early, as we mentioned. Rebecca Darley, 2 saves. And, again, your score at the half, 2-0 Lincoln Memorial. Folks, we want to remind you that Thursday nights at 6:30 on locally on Media Stream Channel 4, LMU TV, you can catch the Railsplitter Athletics Report. Each week I'll talk with LMU coaches and others around the LMU Athletics Department about everything going on with Lincoln Memorial University Athletics. That's Thursday nights at 6:30 on Media Stream Channel 4. That's LMU TV, the Railsplitter Athletics Report. Or to keep up to date on everything going on with Lincoln Memorial University Athletics 24/7, pull up the LMU Athletics website, www.lmurailsplitters.com. You can find all the latest scores, facts, statistics, player profiles, roster schedules, news releases, photos, videos, and much, much more. That's the LMU Athletics website, www.lmurailsplitters.com. Special thanks to our broadcast sponsors for today's match: Subway of Harrogate and Middlesboro, Home Federal Bank of Harrogate, Middlesboro, and Tazewell, University Medical Clinic, locations in Harrogate and Tazewell. Actually, New Tazewell, Old Town Grill of Tazewell, Tennessee, Lincoln Memorial University, of course, Farm Bureau Insurance of Harrogate, DeRoyal Industries, locations all throughout the world, Oasis Pizza and Substation, and K&K Metal of Harrogate, all proud sponsors of Lincoln Memorial University Athletics. Again, we break away 2-0 at the half here at the LMU Soccer Complex. Back after this on the LMU Sports Network.
Looking for efficient, compassionate, and comprehensive health care for you and your family? Visit University Medical Clinic. All providers are faculty members of LMU's DeBus College of Osteopathic Medicine and are board certified in their specialty. Multiple specialties available, including family medicine, pediatrics, OBGYN, and osteopathic manipulative medicine, with locations in Harrogate, Tazewell, and New Tazewell, and most insurance plans accepted. University Medical Clinic is here to serve you. Call 423-869-7193 for an appointment. University Medical Clinic.
It's the Old Town Grill.
The Old Town Grill is a special place where you bring more than family, more than friends. Bring a hearty appetite, because at the Old Town Grill, you'll never walk away hungry. A delicious change from the ordinary. The perfect place to bring the entire family. The best food and plenty of it. Join the fun and treat your appetite to something special.
It's the OTG.
The OTG is the place to be.
No matter whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, Subway of Harrogate and Middlesbrough has your fresh interests at heart. On your way to work, try one of our mouth-watering breakfast sandwich or flatbread omelets. If it's lunch or dinner time, choose from our wide selection of classic, select, or premium sandwiches, all made to your order. If you're serving a crowd, Subway has sandwich platters, giant subs, box lunches, and even cookie platters. Whether it's dine in or carry out, you can eat healthy and eat fresh at Subway. Subway, 362 Catawba Avenue in Harrogate and on the corner of the Village Square Mall, Middlesbrough.
Make K&K Metal Sales your only stop for all your residential and commercial metal building needs. For the past 23 years, K&K Metal Sales has covered the tri-state area with quality custom roofing and siding with many grades, gauges, and colors in stock. If you're looking for complete steel or wood building packages or steel or wood trusses, K&K Metal Sales can help with that, as well as heavy-duty custom carports. Great folks and great prices. Stop by K&K Metal Sales located at 6986 Cumberland Gap Parkway or call 423-869-4261.
At Farm Bureau Insurance, you can manage your auto, home, and life policies any way you want. If you like the internet, get a quote and file claims online at FBITN.com. If you like to take care of your business over the phone, give us a call. If you like to email, send us a message, and we'll take care of you that way. But if you like an old-fashioned smile and handshake at the door, come down to the local office.
Juggling my family schedule is a full-time job. Between school, dance practice, work, there's little time left to worry about much else. That's why I use real-time banking from Home Federal Bank. With real-time banking, I know that when I make a deposit, the money goes straight to my account. No delays, no waiting, no wondering. And I get to focus on what's important.
Real-time deposits, real-time access, real-time banking. From Home Federal Bank, always within reach.
Welcome back to the LMU Soccer Complex. Lady Railsplitters up 2-0 at the half over the Newberry Wolves. 45 minutes of regulation still to go. And, folks, don't forget, this is only the first game of our doubleheader today between Lincoln Memorial University and Newberry University in South Atlantic Conference play. Of course, the two teams now switch ends of the field, and the wind now starting to blow toward the southwest. At least that's the way the flags look on the opposite side of the field. So that will be away from the goal down here of that Newberry's going to be attacking. The LMU will go to the right if you're looking at it from a camera angle standpoint, from left to right. Newberry from right to left. LMU will have the opening possession here in the second half. And we're set to get underway. Rusty Peace here with you at the LMU Soccer Complex. Glad to have you along with us on this beautiful, beautiful sunny Sunday afternoon. Of course, if you're watching this, then we're on tape delay broadcast, but we hope to someday be able to bring you these matches live. It'll just take just a little technology update here, and we can possibly do that. Nonetheless, we're glad to have you here with us and glad to be able to bring you Lady Railsplitter soccer action. Stevens with a kick out of the box. And Newberry starts on the attack here in the second half. Ball played across to the near corner. Cook trying to get there. That ball riding toward the end line, and Cook cannot get there in time. That will be a corner kick for Newberry. Wolves trying to get there to take the kick. Long time to set up for the corner, and they're not going to kick it directly. Going to try to get an angle on it. Out to the top of the 18. Battle for the loose ball. Cleared out of there by Doyle up toward midfield. Only one defender there, and that's Sanchez. Sanchez will play it back. Across the field and away to Rice, who has started here. I believe that's Rice here in the second half. Could have been Narano. Hard to really tell, but nonetheless, Narano slipped on the surface and went to the ground, and that ball out of play. Hard to tell the 8 from the 9 from this distance. Hunter over there being harassed on the far sideline. And the ball cleared out of play by Newberry. Nicole McKinney a little slow in getting up far sideline. Inbound to Hedstrom. And again cleared out of play by the Wolves. Of course, you know, when you look at the season ahead, you think, well, you know, there's a lot of soccer to be played. These early season matches don't mean a whole lot. But in terms of the standings and what you have to do toward the end of the season in order to become one of the top 4 teams in the league or top 5 teams, it really does mean quite a bit. So you want to take care of your business early, and then you're not put into a situation late where you resort to trying to gain position by the outcome of another match. You want to stay in control of your own destiny. Throw in comes to McKinney. Footing a little loose out there in places today, as you can see, some divots starting to come up on the surface. And that'll only get worse as the men's match gets underway. Here's Newberry on a run across midfield. Cleared out of the LMU backfield by Adams, I believe. And will be a throw in for the Wolves right in front of the LMU bench. Cross midfield, Doyle contests and knocks it out of play with the head. Again, Newberry possession. Just underway here in the second half. Camera operators for today, Tony Spinoza, our executive producer. Also Adam Plyler, who member of the LMU Sports Network. Your director, Adam Haley. This is a production of Sigma Communications and the LMU Sports Network. Vano pushed out of the inline area, and apparently that ball is going to come way back out here, and there'll be a foul someplace that will actually, no, it'll be a goal kick. I'm assuming that Vinot was just trying to shield that ball as she was being pressured by the Newberry player. On kick up towards midfield. Header on the first ball. Sager plays it over to the far side. Now taken away by Lincoln Memorial. Hunter away to Doyle at midfield. Doyle plays it one more over to Cook. Cook with a nice run up the near sideline. Trying to carry as much space as possible. Plays it back toward the middle of the field. Here's Hunter. The flick over to Doyle. Doyle from the top of the 18 just had a glimmer of light there where it looked like she might find Michelle Allen. And Allen just couldn't quite get there. But just a beautiful effort that time on the offensive attack. Allen was about a step out of position to get to that one. Here's Cook from the near side. Cook against the double team. Plays it back to Doyle. Doyle holding strong. Wins the battle. Plays to Vinot on the far sideline. Vinot through the wickets of the defender. Nice job over there to keep it in play by McKinney. Hedstrom chips it over to Vinot. Across toward midfield now, it's Jenkins. Now Cook from the near angle. Cook to the sideline. Here's Michelle Allen. Backed out defensively by the defender that was being Brayton Miller. And apparently last touched Allen, so that's going to be a throw-in for Newberry. Eliodana calling for an explanation there. He couldn't see that LMU touched that one last. Lady Railsplitters still awaiting the throw-in. Ball across midfield. Vinot battling hard and getting very physical with Gabrielle Brody. That'll be Lincoln Memorial throw-in far side of the field. Up the line to McKinney. Plays it over top of the defender's head. Handball inadvertently by Allen. And now a whistle by the referee at center field. Not real sure what the call was, but it will apparently be a throw-in as it was out off of Newberry. Long ball up the far sideline. That one played out into the parking lot. I can remember the days when we didn't even have ball people on both sides of the field, and it'd take forever to get the ball. A lot of time would run off the clock. Throw in from the far sideline. Allen tries to tap it over, but somehow LMU gets it back. Here's Jenkins at midfield. Comes near side over to Cook. Cook slips on the surface. That's what I'm talking about. That rain yesterday has made the footing here on the field very unstable. And, you know, the men are going to, they try to cut a little more than the women. There's Eliodana trotting out on the field trying to fix a divot on the far side. I can hear him now. They're tearing up the field. This, of course, is a Bermuda surface. At some point during the year, I'm sure he'll probably overseed with winter rye. But until then, things look quite nice. Looks like a carpet out there. Cook from the right side. Plays it down the line to Allen. Back over to Cook at the corner of the box. Across the top and out to Jenkins. And to the backside, it's Vinot. Vinot trying to find some space, trying to find an opening in that defensive scheme by Newberry. Here's Jenkins again, and a foul called on Lincoln Memorial about 12 yards outside the top of the box, and that will give Newberry possession. 35-40 remaining here in the first match of our doubleheader. That is at least in regulation. Lincoln Memorial with the ball at midfield. It looks like Hedstrom will put it back into play. Clock continues to run in the Lady Railsplitters' favor. They lead at 2-0. LMU trying to improve to 3-1-1 overall, 2-0 in South Atlantic Conference play. Challenge for the ball at the top of the box, and apparently a foul called on Newberry. And the Wolves not at all happy with the call. LMU, of course, very pleased. That one very close to being in the box, which would have been a penalty kick. So Newberry will set up a wall, and I believe that is Nicole McKinney over there ready to get LMU going. Chip toward the box, and that one touched last by Newberry out of bounds. It'll be a corner kick for LMU. So Nicole McKinney trots to the far corner, and now the LMU players getting their positions in the box, as are the Newberry players. Played out to Vano. Vano has the angle. That's one ripped towards the crossbar, and it just goes over the top. Just a shade high. Nice strike, though, by Rachel Vano. LMU crowd anticipating and thought that possibly it had hit the back of the net, but it was very misleading. Cook in a foot race, got time to make her turn. Plays it to the near sideline. This is Michelle Allen. Over to Hedstrom. Back to Cook. Nice ball. Cook a little bit hot on that pass towards center field. And now for the Wolves, it's Lindsey Huber. Sends one toward the box. Great looking ball, and unfortunately for the Wolves, the Newberry teammate couldn't handle it. Still trying to identify that young lady. So a corner kick, or I beg your pardon, a goal kick by LMU's Kayla Stevens. Stevens with a short one. Cook gets there. Turns, rips one across midfield. Hunter takes it down. Over to Hedstrom. Hedstrom short on the ball up the far sideline to McKinney. And Newberry takes it away. There's Adams in the defensive backfield. Plays it far side over to Vano. Vano pushed off the ball. Nice job by LMU to shield that, and it'll be another goal kick for Lincoln Memorial.
Way to go, Red! Keep it there!
32-20 to play in this second half. Stevens. Ball contested up at a third field. Doyle gets it across the midline. Hunter there to take it down. Over to Allen. Allen dives for the possession. Couldn't get there, but saved by Cook. And now Allen will play it back into the defensive backfield. This is Holka. Over on the near sideline to Cook. Cook looks over her options. Sends it back over to Hunter. Hunter being pressured. Plays it back again to Holka. Across the midline, Allen being pressured. Taken away by Newberry, and that's going to be Miller. Miller with a great run, splitting the seams of several defenders. Plays it over on the near sideline. Here's Narano, and an offside called on Newberry. Just a great run by the Wolves that time. And again, Stevens holding strong back there in the net. She, knock on wood, she's not given up a goal yet, but this will be sent up the field by Adams. Jenkins away to Allen. Played and stolen. Allen a little short on that pass. Hedstrom contesting. Nice defensive effort by Hedstrom to stand her up at midfield. And then there's Teresa Doyle. She is about as solid defensively as I've seen this year on this LMU squad. Think back into the 90s when Mike Varga was head coach of Lincoln Memorial, and LMU had the #1 ranked defensive unit in the nation. Ellen Husarek, who's going to go into the LMU Athletes Hall of Fame this October, was the goalkeeper on that and just had what they would call a sick goals against average percentage. But really, in my opinion, the strength of that defensive effort was Jamie McClade at the sweeper position. At the time, she was the only 4-time all-conference performer and 3-time all-region performer. Since that time, in the age of the Brazilian player, we've had players like Eloisa de Oliveira and some of the others that have come in here who have equaled or surpassed that mark. But, for a defensive player to be named all-conference 4 years and all-region 3, that's quite an effort. Here's Allen on the steal after the stumble by Miller. And now stolen back by Miller. Holka with pressure from behind. Wisely lets it go out of play, and that'll be Lincoln Memorial throw-in. Substitution now for the Lady Railsplitters as Heliodana's trying to get it in there. Michelle Allen's going to come out of the lineup. And the substitution, I believe, will be Lauren Dussault. When you think of some of the teams that the Lady Railsplitters have had over the years, I mean, South Atlantic Conference champions, tournament champions in '97, 2005. That's in both in the Gulf South Conference era. One of those belonging to Mike Varga and one of them belonging to Heliodana. Of course, Lady Railsplitters never made the national tournament under any other coach other than Heliodana, and he has been there a couple of times with this Lady Railsplitter program. 28-12 to play in regulation. Lady Railsplitters still lead at 2-0. Ball cleared up toward midfield. Getting a piece of it that time was Jonas, but now she's forced to drop back there and get it stolen away by Hunter. And she and Hunter have been a serious matchup all day. Here's a cross by Hunter toward the box. And gobbled up by the keeper. Some of those battles back in the days of the Gulf South Conference are just historical. I mean, when you think about some of the players we saw in the league. Young lady that used to play for Christian Brothers that I think was a transfer from Michigan or Ohio State, and she was Player of the Year in the conference 2 consecutive years. I cannot for the life of me remember her last name. First name was Missy. And just unbelievable talent here at the Division II level. Leno contesting hard back there, but Newberry tried to play it up the far sideline, kicked it out of play. Throw in for the Lady Railsplitters right in front of the LMU bench. And it appears Dussault will throw it in. Long ball up toward Hunter, and again knocked out by the Wolves. Don't forget, if the Lady Railsplitters go on to win this one this afternoon, we will select the University Medical Clinic Player of the Match, both offensively and defensively. There's a nice ball top of the box to Vano, sends one right at the keeper. And a save for Rebecca Darley, as that will be another shot on goal for the Lady Railsplitters. We'll also be talking with Heliodana in the post-game commentary, should the Lady Railsplitters go on to win. Hedstrom takes it away at midfield. Plays it far sideline to McKinney. Now the long ball up to Hunter down the far sideline. She's in position. Only one player supporting her. That's Vano at the top of the box. Tried to flick it down the sideline. Newberry's defensive effort today has been pretty solid, but more so I think the Lady Railsplitters have shown that they are a very strong defensive team as well, because they have limited drastically the number of opportunities that Newberry has had in shots on goal. Shots period, for that matter. There have been a couple of situations where they have had an opportunity, but they really weren't ones where they had good, strong strikes of the ball. Now here's one. Look out. Adams there to clear it out for Lincoln Memorial. It'll still be Newberry ball. They'll have throw in right over there at the side of the dugout. There was an LMU player completely undercut by Newberry, and she is down. I don't know if you caught that on camera, but that was, looks like Lauren Dussault that actually flipped over the top of the back from the Newberry player. Adams standing her ground, kicks it out far corner. Another throw in for Newberry. Doyle, top of the box, sends it out. Hunter battling there. And that one kicked out of play. Apparently last touched by Newberry, though. Must have caromed off of one of the Wolf players. Shots on goal now 5-1 in favor of the Lady Railsplitters at the 23-20 mark. Here's Hunter. Plays it toward the middle of the field. Now up the far sideline, racing up through there for Lincoln Memorial. I can't tell if that's McKinney or not. Taken away on a great steal by Rachel Jonas. Newberry trying to turn it into a transition break here. Offside called against the Wolves once more. When I first started learning soccer, that was the most frustrating thing that I'd ever seen, was that the offside call. It's the best way I can look at it is kind of like a moving blue line in soccer. But, not being a person that likes to run, period, I wouldn't have liked that a whole lot. Cook over to Vano on the near sideline. Vano trying to shake the defender. Tripped up as she plays it back to Cook. Now Joseph in there. Christina Joseph gives over to Cook again. Up to Hunter. Hunter tried to flick it over to Vano, and then Newberry kicks it out. That's still going to be LMU ball. 22 minutes to play. Throw in will come from Vano on the near sideline. Throws it towards the edge of the box. Cook will come up with it. Plays the long shot towards the far post, and that'll be, I don't know if that'll be considered a keeper save or not, but I think it probably would have gone had she not come out on it, but nonetheless, just checking the keeper a little bit. They will count it as a shot on goal. Adams sends one toward midfield. Vano trying to win that ball. Had it momentarily and lost it as it was taken away by Sanchez. Now the chip shot by Miller. Stolen by Cook. Cook up to Hunter. Hunter battling with the defender. There's that battle again with Jonas. And Jonas will win it. Dussault plays it out far sideline. Newberry possession. Leodana trying to make some adjustments on his players in there as we see Olivia Thompson return to the lineup. Rachel Vano is going to come back over to the far sideline. Dussault tripped up. Thompson clears it. Actually, that's, beg your pardon, that is Adams that cleared it, I believe. Might not have even been Adams. Nope. Looks like that might have been Kiernan. Been a very physical game, although there's not been a whole lot of cards. I think only 2 cards, and that was on some very rough play. There's a handball by Lincoln Memorial. I think, again, that was inadvertent. But nonetheless, it will give Newberry possession just to the far side of the box, and that's going to be an opportunity for Newberry if they can make something happen right here. LMU's really going to have to be on their game. Dussault and I believe Cook will get a good 10 yards off the ball. Trying to make things a little more difficult. A lot of red jerseys in that box right now, though. Cross headed toward the post on the far side, and that is last touch by Newberry. That'll be an LMU correction. That will be a corner kick for the Wolves. Cross towards the box, cleared out by Lincoln Memorial. Challenge at the top. Looked like LMU player got a head on it. I believe that was probably Maddie Nagy. And there's a goal by Newberry off the angle. That's what I told you. You got to be on your game because that's a dangerous, dangerous situation. And the goal was scored by Newberry's Braden Miller. And that will cut the LMU lead back to 1 at the 18:34 mark. It is now a 1-goal match. 2-1 Lady Railsplitters.
Newberry goal for
as LMU won the first half 2-0 thus far. Newberry has won the second half 1-0, and that was just the only real shot that they've had on goal in quite a while, and they made it count. Foul at midfield on Newberry as Olivia Thompson was knocked to the ground. I think that was probably Braden Miller, who's still celebrating that goal, who got a little physical.
Let's go, White!
Lady Railsplitters with the ball at midfield. Sent toward the 18. Whiff by Miller. Now gets it with the left foot, headed back and out of play by Cook. LMU now with less comfort, leading by only 1. This is Holka. Plays it up the near sideline. Pulling it in is Thompson. Out to Nagy. And that ball off of Lincoln Memorial and out of play. Throw in for the Wolves, right at midfield. Miller gets it in near side of the field to Narano. Narano sandwiched between 2 LMU players, quite a collision. And she is going to be down momentarily trying to shake out the cobwebs. Cook and Joseph basically put the squeeze on her, and that was a serious, serious hit. Narano just probably seeing Tweety birds right now. Joseph checking on her over there, showing a little sportsmanship. Ball toward the top of the box. Cleared out by Adams. Taking on the second bounce by Newberry at midfield. This is Sanchez to the far side. Now Narano. Chips one, a head shot by Narano to the far post, and that'll go wide right. So 4 substitutions for Lincoln Memorial as Heliodana makes a wholesale sub. And with 16 minutes to play, the fresh legs come in for Lincoln Memorial. Teresa Doyle, one of those substitutions, back in there with very strong defensive effort. You can guess for sure. I think Brittany Jenkins also came back in as well. Hunter contesting at midfield. Plays it back. Jenkins pressured a little bit too fast there and chipped it away. Hunter gets it back. All knocked out by Newberry. LMU's offensive attack has not been quite as strong here in the second half. Throw in taken by Newberry. All the way back to LMU's Holka. Plays it over to Cook on the near side. Cook attacking to the midline. Plays it across. Hunter comes up and contests, and it's taken again by Newberry. Soccer is such a strategic game. It takes a little luck as well, but shot wide right by the Wolves, and that's going to be either Lauren Singleton or Kelly Cardew who just hit that. I'm not really sure. 14:32 to play. Stevens with the goal kick. And it looked like might have been an inadvertent handball, but no call by the referee. Foul called on Lincoln Memorial. Nicole McKinney getting caught up with the Newberry player. Newberry still on the attack. LMU kind of laying back a little bit here, not necessarily doing it intentionally, but just not as intense defensively as they were in the first half. And that ball knocked off the inline untouched, and that'll be a goal kick. Another substitution for LMU, as it appears that Michelle Hunter's going to go out of the lineup, and Rachel Vano comes back in. Vano playing up top now. Long ball on the goal kick up toward midfield, taken by Newberry on the second ball. And we got another stoppage here as Newberry got a little dirty, and the card's going to come out. That's what happened before. And that might be her. Is that her second card of the match? She has been sent out. Huh? Straight red card. Well, she didn't hesitate in the least to walk off the field, so apparently she knew she'd been caught for whatever she did. Now, my question is, if there was a Newberry foul, how can it be Newberry ball right here? .13 to play. Clock still has not started back yet. Chip toward the goal area, and that header wide left. It'll be a goal kick for Lincoln Memorial. 2-1 Lady Railsplitters. Kayla Stevens has had some practice here lately with these goal kicks. Long ball up toward third field. Cleared out of the back by Dussault. Across midfield, header toward the middle. Vano trying to get there, couldn't do it. But here's Cook. Cook with a lot of room to carry. Nice play around the defender. She's still carrying that space. Plays it over to Vano. Vano from the near the top, hammered hard. No call by the official. I guess there was intent for the ball. Now played back to Doyle. Jenkins looking far side of the field. Check two from Dussault to Jenkins. Now out near the top is Thompson. Back over to Doyle. Nice ball to Vano. Turn and shoots what you got to do. Vano plays it back to Cook. Lobbing shot to the left post. Across is what it was. Cleared out on a non-keeper save by Rachel Jonas. Newberry just dodging a bullet right there for LMU's third goal. Now it's the Wolves on a run. LMU trying to get back defensively. One Newberry player, 4 LMU defenders, not counting the keeper. And a foul on Lincoln Memorial at the right corner of the box, just outside. 11:30 to go. And a big turn of events for both teams. So LMU committing the foul there, and the Wolves with yet another opportunity from close range. Long time to take this opportunity. Played to the far side. McKinney kicks it out. And it will still be Newberry ball on the throw-in. Stolen away by Lincoln Memorial. Here's Thompson. Had it taken away. And now Sanchez will set up the shape for Newberry. Sanchez still looking to that far side of the field. Doyle clears it across midfield. McKinney pressuring a bit at the midline. Takes it away. She is so crafty. Plays it across the midline, headed back by Newberry. McKinney gets it back. Touch pass back to Jenkins across the grain now to Cook on the near side. Cook with room to run a bit, carrying the space, being trailed from behind. Cook has it taken away by the forward defender. And now on the run for the Wolves, it is Miller. Stolen back by Lincoln Memorial. Dussault coming up with it. Over to Cook on the near side. This is just burning clock. Vano reels it in off the feet. Going around the defender. Nice touch pass from Thompson to Vano. If she can get there, she keeps it in play. Vano from the right side on the cross, right out there. Beautiful shot by Thompson, but it was right into the face of the defender, Rachel Jonas. And I'll tell you, I can't see how Jonas was ready for that one because it looked like it came right off the side of her head. Good run by Newberry. Coming up on it is Cook. Clears it across midfield. Thompson battling hard. Newberry player, that being Jonas again, pushes her off the ball. Here's Rice. And LMU will get 2 substitutions in again as Christina Joseph returns to the lineup, along with Maddie Nagy. Going out for the Lady Railsplitters will be Thompson and I believe McKinney, although I can't say for sure. 8:27 to play. 2-1 Lincoln Memorial. Throw in will come from the Lady Railsplitters' far side of the field. Long throw in intended for Hedstrom, headed out of play, and that'll be LMU throw in one more time right in front of the Lincoln Memorial bench. Under the 8-minute mark now. Nagy in a wrestling match over there with the Newberry defender. Fell to the ground. Nonetheless, Newberry again knocks it out of play. Joseph tripped up. Johnny on the spot found the ball, and now stolen away again by the Wolves. Foul on Lincoln Memorial. Been a hard-fought match here today, win or lose, I can tell you that. LMU has had to earn everything they've got today. Header at midfield. Vano comes up with it. Lob to Hedstrom. Joseph brings it down. Played up over to Nagy and headed toward the sideline. Joseph shielding, and that'll be an LMU throw-in. Good decisions being made out there today. Another LMU substitution as Rachel Vanneau is going to come out. Michelle Hunter will re-enter the lineup. Coach Dana just trying to give Hunter a break, let her catch her breath, get back in there for the final few minutes of this match. Header towards middle of the field. Here's Doyle. Plays it over to Cook. Cook on the angle. Time to get there. Now she'll make her turn toward the box, crosses it in there. Joseph running up the backside, almost had a look at a shot. But again, it's taken off by Newberry. Brody sprinting up the far sideline, shaking the defender, sends up the ball. Stolen away by LMU, and that ball sent into the LMU dugout, so it'll be a throw-in for Newberry right there at center field. Midfield line, somewhere in that area. Throw-in comes from the far sideline toward the corner of the box. Doyle challenging. High ball. Somebody trying to win that second ball. Newberry comes out with it. Deflection by Nagy. Again, Newberry brings it down. Here's Joseph on the steal. Up to Nagy. Cleared toward midfield. Back there to get it for Newberry is Sanchez. Under the 5-minute mark. Long ball up toward the LMU keeper. And Stevens will handle it very calmly. LMU has to know here that they've got the clock working in their favor. They don't have to be in any hurry to get rid of it, but they do want to get it upfield. There's the long ball across the midline. LMU just playing it as far downfield as possible. Doyle with a steal. She is so hard-nosed. Really, look at her just battle with the defender. Now she's going to be called for the contact, but you got to like the effort because she just refused to get pushed off the ball. 4:10 to go. This is Miller. Miller making a run outside the top. Ball comes inside the 18, cleared by Jenkins, I believe, and she took a shot. She's down on her hands and knees. Gets up and shakes out the cobwebs. Lincoln Memorial ball. And more substitutions from Heliodana. Michelle Allen's going to come back into the lineup.
Keep it up, Wade!
And I think Kedstrom went out. Also back in there, Nicole McKinney. Maddie Nagy might have gone out as well. They're saying to put 3:47 on the clock, apparently. So some extra time put back on the clock there, as apparently the officials felt that that much time had run off. Nicole McKinney is going to have a throw in for Lincoln Memorial, far side of the field. Comes into Hunter. Hunter being pressured far sideline. She is so strong. Gets it over to Joseph. Now back to Hunter. Great ball. Hunter plays it up to Allen. Allen was offside on the near side official. He called it off, and that's going to be a turnover into Newberry's favor. Allen just about a step offside, and it could have been that the sweeper stepped up right there. Hard to really tell. I didn't catch it in time. 3:12 to go. On the run for the Wolves, it's Sanchez. Over to Miller. Miller taking it back towards midfield. Tries to cross one over. Nothing but white jerseys there, and that's going to be Vano that'll let it go to the corner, and it'll ride out of play untouched. LMU throw in. Nicole McKinney will run down there to get LMU going again. .240 to play. Hunter brings it down after the first ball. And that ball last touched by Lincoln Memorial. Throw in Newberry. And another throw in by Newberry, and apparently it's going to be now changed, and it'll be LMU possession. Linesman started to raise his flag and didn't, and then as it appeared Newberry was going to throw it in, he decided that it would be LMU's possession. Allen across midfield. Nice job by the Lady Railsplitters. Under the 2-minute mark. LMU's got to hold off this Wolf attack for a couple more minutes. Here's Allen. Plays it over to Hunter. Hunter shaking the defenders. Plays it back to Doyle. Doyle comes to the right side. Now splits and heads up, carries the space over to Cook. Cook on the right side. Taking it to the near corner. Looks for the cross. Chips it back out to Doyle. Doyle at the corner of the box. Now on top, intended for McKinney, and that ball cleared out of play by Newberry's Amber Sanchez. And so a throw in for Lincoln Memorial near side of the field, but with 1:20 to play, if you're Newberry, the ball is on the wrong end of the field. Throw in by Cook. Here's Allen to pull it down. Allen plays it over the top. McKinney battling, somehow comes up with it as the Newberry player kind of dove for the ball. Hunter plays back out to McKinney.
1 minute remaining in regulation.
Over to Cook. LMU doing a nice job of just knocking it around here. Jenkins. Cook down on the field, slow in getting up. Up to Allen. Allen on the cross in front of the goal, and that's going to go to the other side of the field, still in play, and rides out off the far sideline. Throw in for Newberry. 40 seconds to play. Lady Railsplitters trying to improve to 3-1-1, 2-0 in South Atlantic Conference play with the win here today. Long ball up the far side. Taken back by Lincoln Memorial. Played across into the center of the field. Here's Allen battling hard. Over to McKinney. Now the chip shot over to Cook. Folks, LMU is going to come away with a victory here today. Michelle Allen trying to run some time off the clock
10,
here.
9.
Allen letting it roll
7,
to the near sideline
6,
and kicked out by
5,
Newberry. That'll do it,
4,
folks. The Lady
3,
Railsplitters,
2,
2-1 winners
1.
over Newberry here this afternoon as they emerge 3-1-1 and 2-0 in South Atlantic Conference play. Your defensive or your offensive player of the game today, Nicole McKinney. McKinney, 5'4" junior out of Ottawa, Tennessee. And your defensive player of the day, game of the day, I'm going to say Kristen Cook. I mean, she did some big things, carried the ball up the field a few times when we really needed it. But Kristen Cook, your University Medical Clinic defensive player of the game, and Nicole McKinney, your University Medical Clinic offensive player of the match. We're going to take a break. We'll be back with post-game wrap-up. This is the Lincoln Memorial University Sports Network.
No matter whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, Subway of Harrogate and Middlesbrough has your fresh interests at heart. On your way to work, try one of our mouth-watering breakfast sandwich or flatbread omelets. If it's lunch or dinner time, choose from our wide selection of classic, select, or premium sandwiches, all made to your order. If you're serving a crowd, Subway has sandwich platters, giant subs, box lunches, and even cookie platters. Whether it's dine in or carry out, you can eat healthy and eat fresh at Subway. Subway, 362 Catawba Avenue in Harrogate and on the corner of the Village Square Mall, Middlesbrough.
Make K&K Metal Sales your only stop for all your residential and commercial metal building needs. For the past 23 years, K&K Metal Sales has covered the tri-state area with quality custom roofing and siding with many grades, gauges, and colors in stock. If you're looking for complete steel or wood building packages or steel or wood trusses, K&K Metal Sales can help with that, as well as heavy-duty custom carports. Great folks and great prices. Stop by K&K Metal Sales located at 6986 Cumberland Gap Parkway or call 423-869-4261.
At Farm Bureau Insurance, you can manage your auto, home, and life policies any way you want. If you like the internet, get a quote and file claims online at FBITN.com. If you like to take care of your business over the phone, give us a call. If you like to email, send us a message, and we'll take care of you that way. But if you like an old-fashioned smile and handshake at the door, come down to the local office.
Nestled at the foot of the Cumberland Gap, Lincoln Memorial University honors the vision and spirit of Abraham Lincoln. Lincoln's values are perfectly in sync with the modern educational experience at LMU. Our students find personal attention is a way of life and a way to success. If Lincoln Memorial University fits your vision of college, visit our website at lmunet.edu for more information.
Since 1973, DeRoyal has been a leader and an innovator in manufacturing products for the healthcare industry. DeRoyal supplies more than 20,000 products and product lines such as acute care, orthopedics, wound care, and trauma. DeRoyal is proud to be the largest supplier of orthopedic soft goods to clinics and hospitals in the nation. Since its start in Tazewell, Tennessee, DeRoyal has grown to open factories in over 29 locations worldwide and employs over 2,000 people. DeRoyal, a name you can trust and an employer you can count on. For great food, fun, and entertainment, visit the Oasis on Highway 25E in Harrogate, Tennessee with a new drive-thru to better serve you. At the Oasis, you can enjoy a great lunch buffet or order from the great menu that the tri-state area has grown to love. Pizza, salad bar, and a tasty sandwich from the deli. And don't forget your favorite beverages. Check out the live music each week at the Oasis, where regional and local bands strut their stuff to a packed house. Or stop by and catch the big race on the big screen. All roads lead to the Oasis, 6341 Cumberland Gap Parkway in Harrogate, Tennessee. Phone in your order, 423-869-8000.
Lady Railsplitters win it 2-1 here in regulation over the Newberry Wolves to improve to 3-1-1 overall, 2-0 in South Atlantic Conference play. Newberry drops their second consecutive match. They fall to 3-2 on the year, 1-1 in league action. Let's take a look now at your final statistics. First of all, for the Wolves, they had a total of 7 shots today. Only 2 of them were on goal. Braden Miller had 2 of those shots, scored had one of the shots on goal, scored the only goal, and that was in 90 minutes of play. Brianna Nerano had 2 shots, one of which was on goal. The only other shots today, Amber Sanchez, 1 shot, and 2 shots by Kelly Cardew. Again, only a handful of shots, 7, 2 of which were on goal today. For Lincoln Memorial, it went like this: 16 shots on goal. They had 2 goals scored. Those goals came, of course, from Michelle Hunter and Nicole McKinney. Nicole McKinney, our University Medical Clinic player of the match, offensive player that is, and Kristen Cook, our defensive player of the match. She also had 1 shot, one of which was on goal. Michelle Hunter, 3 shots, 1 on goal, 1 goal. 5 shots by Nicole McKinney, 2 of which were on goal, 1 goal scored. 2 shots by Rachel Vano, one of which was on goal. Maddie Nagy with 1 shot, Olivia Thompson 1 shot, Marissa Kiernan had 2 shots, 2 on goal. Keepers today, well, Kayla Stevens with 1 goal against, 1 save. Rebecca Darley of Newberry gave up 2 goals, had 4 saves on the afternoon. Again, LMU improving to 3-1-1 with the win. The goals went down like this in the 27th minute at 26:43. Michelle Hunter got LMU going on a Marissa Kiernan assist. It was a header off of a long free kick from the right side. Nicole McKinney scored at the 39th minute at 38:04, and she scored unassisted on a shot off the corner post from 30 yards out. And then LMU did not score throughout the final 45 minutes of play, rather. Braden Miller scored the final goal of the match, and it was from Newberry at 71-26. Amber Sanchez assisted, and that was into the upper corner off a pass from the middle. LMU wins it. Again, the final 2-1. We're going to take another timeout. When we come back, we'll talk with our University Medical Clinic offensive and defensive players of the match, that being, of course, Kristen Cook and Nicole McKinney. Stay with us right here on the LMU Sports Network.
Looking for efficient, compassionate, and comprehensive health care for you and your family? Visit University Medical Clinic. All providers are faculty members of LMU's DeBusk College of Osteopathic Medicine and are board certified in their specialty. Multiple specialties available including family medicine, pediatrics, OBGYN, and osteopathic manipulative medicine, with locations in Harrogate, Tazewell, and New Tazewell, and most insurance plans accepted. University Medical Clinic is here to serve you. Call 423-869-7193 for an appointment. University Medical Clinic.
It's the Old Town Grill.
The Old Town Grill is a special place where you bring more than family, more than friends. Bring a hearty appetite, because at the Old Town Grill, you'll never walk away hungry. A delicious change from the ordinary. The perfect place to bring the entire family. The best food and plenty of it. Join the fun and treat your appetite to something special.
It's the OTG.
The OTG is the place to be.
No matter whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, Subway of Harrogate and Middlesbrough has your fresh interests at heart. On your way to work, try one of our mouth-watering breakfast sandwich or flatbread omelets. If it's lunch or dinner time, choose from our wide selection of classic, select, or premium sandwiches, all made to your order. If you're serving a crowd, Subway has sandwich platters, giant subs, box lunches, and even cookie platters. Whether it's dine in or carry out, you can eat healthy and eat fresh at Subway. Subway, 362 Catawba Avenue in Harrogate, and on the corner of the Village Square Mall, Middlesbrough.
Make K&K Metal Sales your only stop for all your residential and commercial metal building needs. For the past 23 years, K&K Metal Sales has covered the tri-state area with quality custom roofing and siding with many grades, gauges, and colors in stock. If you're looking for complete steel or wood building packages or steel or wood trusses, K&K Metal Sales can help with that, as well as heavy-duty custom carports. Great folks and great prices. Stop by K&K Metal Sales located at 6986 Cumberland Gap Parkway or call 423-869-4261.
Nestled at the foot of the Cumberland Gap, Lincoln Memorial University honors the vision and spirit of Abraham Lincoln. Lincoln's values are perfectly in sync with the modern educational experience at LMU. Our students find personal attention is a way of life and a way to success. If Lincoln Memorial University fits your vision of college, visit our website at lmunet.edu for more information.
Juggling my family schedule is a full-time job. Between school, dance practice, work, there's little time left to worry about much else. That's why I use real-time banking from Home Federal Bank. With real-time banking, I know that when I make a deposit, the money goes straight to my account. No delays, no waiting, no wondering. And I get to focus on what's important.
Real-time deposits, real-time access, real-time banking from Home Federal Bank. Always within reach.
Welcome back to the LMU Soccer Complex. Your University Medical Clinic Offensive Player of the Match, Nicole McKinney. Nicole, you got a big goal for us today in this 2-1 win. We knew coming into this one that Newberry had a pretty strong defense because they'd only allowed a couple of goals all year long. They lost their first match this week. Was that a concern to you and your teammates coming into today's match that they'd be looking to get back on the winning track?
No, not necessarily. For the last 2 years, we've struggled to beat Newberry. They've been a good team, solid team all around. So today's match was just about going out, getting a win, playing as a team, and making that build forward to where we go on next week.
We've played several matches this year. Newberry out there today looked pretty physical. What was it like on the field for you guys?
They were very physical, but honestly, we appreciate teams like that because it's an even match. It makes it for a good game, and to win against a team like that almost makes it worth it.
Now, you're one of the veterans on this squad. You've been around for a long time, and we've had some mixed success over the years. We're 3-1-1 right now, 2-0 in the South Atlantic Conference. It's been a while since we've been off to a start like this. That's got to feel good.
Oh, it feels amazing, especially being a junior. You feel like you work up all this time to have girls, even the freshmen, step in and have heart like they do. It's something it's exciting.
We had, 16 shots today. A bunch of those were on goal. You were able to do a lot of the things that you were able to do because of some other teammates. Michelle Hunter's one of those she's fearless out there on the field. Talk about her play today.
She plays like a veteran. She's a freshman, but she takes heart out there, and she plays almost as equally hard as some of our seniors out there. So I think all around, even our freshmen stepping up, we have a good squad this year.
Now on the flip side of the coin, obviously the offense, we've had the problems at times over the last couple of years where we didn't get a whole lot of offensive looks or we couldn't put them on frame. That didn't seem to be the case today, but talk about our defensive effort, if you will, because I know that while Newberry was known for their defense, having only given up a couple of goals this year, I thought we did a pretty good and pretty solid job on them defensively.
Yeah, absolutely. I think defense has always been a strong point for us, and this year we have, thankfully, a good offensive team to help balance it out, but it starts with the back. If we don't have a solid defense, we don't have anyone to push up balls and start it up, so they're the playmakers. We feed off them.
I think Morris Hill's probably our next match, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, sir.
That comes up this week. What do you think the next several days of practice is going to be like?
I think it is going to be, we enjoy a win, but we also go back to fighting hard and strengthening ourselves for the next game, so we'll see how that goes.
Nicole, congratulations on a great match.
Appreciate it.
Nicole McKinney, our University Medical Clinic offensive player of the match. We're going to be joined by Kristen Cook now, our University Medical Clinic defensive player of the match. She's also a communications major, folks, so I'm breaking her in trial by fire here. She does a great interview when she just talks with me, but now I got you on camera. Kristen, let's talk about the defensive effort today. I mean, as I pointed out to Nicole, they were really physical out there today, not only from a defensive standpoint, from an offensive standpoint, but it seemed like when you got possession of the ball, a lot of times you had a lot of space that you could carry and you really pushed it up the field for us.
Yeah, that's a good thing. We usually like to use our outside backs to go up the field. It really helps us, spread things out because a lot of teams we play like to go through the middle. So playing on the outside helps a lot. They left us wide open, so that really played to our advantage.
Some of your other teammates today really, I thought one of the advantages we had, they had a real short bench. They had about 6 subs that they could put in the lineup. We had fresh legs in the lineup all day, although I didn't see you come off the field very often.
Yeah, it's really great that our bench is really deep this year. They're all really eager to get in and get some playing time, so they all have been working really hard, and it's great to have people, when your starters get tired, to have people that can come in off the bench and play like they've never been sitting out.
Coach Dana has felt like over the last couple of years that the defensive effort by the Lady Railsplitters squad has been their strength. Today, the offense came in and proved strong, but is that pressure for the defense, knowing that you've got to produce game in, game out from a defensive standpoint?
No, I think we just know that that's our responsibility. We need to take care of the defense, and we just really enjoy having a really strong offense that can help us out in the long run.
Kristen, I want to congratulate you on just a tremendous game today. 2-0 in the conference. You got to like that. 3-1-1. We got Mars Hill at home this week. You're going to be back on the home field, and congratulations.
Thank you so much.
All right. Kristen Cook, our University Medical Clinic defensive player of the match. We're going to take a brief 1-minute break. We'll be back with Helly O'Dana very quickly. This is the LMU Sports Network.
Nestled at the foot of the Cumberland Gap, Lincoln Memorial University honors the vision and spirit of Abraham Lincoln. Lincoln's values are perfectly in sync with the modern educational experience at LMU. Our students find personal attention is a way of life and a way to success. If Lincoln Memorial University fits your vision of college, visit our website at lmunet.edu for more information.
Juggling my family schedule is a full-time job. Between school, dance practice, work, there's little time left to worry about much else. That's why I use real-time banking from Home Federal Bank. With real-time banking, I know that when I make a deposit, the money goes straight to my account. No delays, no waiting, no wondering. And I get to focus on what's important.
Real-time deposits, real-time access, real-time banking from Home Federal Bank. Always within reach.
Helly O'Dana and his Lady Railsplitters improved to 3-1-1 overall, 2-0 in South Atlantic Conference play. And, Coach, I know that this one coming in today, Newberry, well, they were 3-0 until earlier in the week. They came in at 3-1 after the loss to Belmont Abbey, so you know that they were looking to get back on winning track today. But I thought LMU came in here, executed their game plan, and really took care of business.
This was a huge game. I think you and I spoke about the consequences of this win or loss. And they were ranked in the top 5 in the region. And Belmont Abbey is up there as well. So these are the games that if you, as I told my man, if you take care of some of them, particularly at home, at the end of the year, the rankings will help you, So, but my hats off for the effort that Newberry put forth, even with one less players. And that shows to the ladies that it will always be tough. Nothing's easy in this conference.
While the Lady Railsplitters didn't score in the last 45 minutes of the match, I thought one of the keys to the match for us, we really took the offensive attack to them early in the match.
Yeah, you and I also talked about this. It's our goal this year. We have to produce offensively, because our defense is so strong. So it came out together this time. And these games are games that you're going to have 2-3 chances to score. And we did, and we put those 2 in. We do this in the big games, we'll be fine.
You've got Mars Hill this week. It's a short turnaround before that match. Obviously, you know, it's a home match. You want to take care of your business there at home, but nonetheless, you can overlook nobody in the South Atlantic Conference.
No, I mean, quite frankly, I don't see a difference. You know, it'll be the same intensity, it'll be the same difficulty. Last year we played up there, and it took a last-second shot in the overtime for us to beat them. So I don't expect anything any different.
Coach, congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, Railsplitters coming up next. Lady Railsplitters, again, 3-1-1 on the year, 2-0 in South Atlantic Conference play. Congratulations to Helio Dana and his women's team. We're going to take a brief timeout. When we come back, we'll run down the men's starting lineup as the Railsplitters and the Wolves square off in South Atlantic Conference soccer action. Stay with us right here on the LMU Sports Network.